Time slips through our fingers faster than we realize. Tonight, as the clock nears 11:59 p.m., a doorway appears, a fleeting threshold between everything that has been and everything that is possible. This moment is more than just numbers on a clock. It is a sacred pause, a final call to awaken before the old dissolves and the new begins. In the ancient Shaolin temples, monks understood time not as something to chase, but as a guide, a teacher demanding full attention. Every heartbeat, every breath was a chance to step fully into presence, to align mind, body, and spirit. At 11:59 p.m., the urgency is not of fear, but of clarity. It asks, are you truly awake to who you are becoming? Are you ready to release what no longer serves you and step into a higher rhythm of life? In this video, viewers will explore how endings are not failures, but sacred openings. You will learn how to recognize the subtle signals the universe offers in these final moments, how to harness stillness before action, and how to awaken your inner strength at the precise edge of transformation. Hidden within these teachings are techniques Shaolin masters have used for centuries, lessons rarely spoken aloud, yet powerful enough to shift life paths in an instant. Stay until the end, and the countdown will become more than a warning. It will become a guide, showing how to move with intention, clarity, and courage. You will uncover practices that awaken the mind, sharpen awareness, and prepare the heart for decisive action in ways most never consider. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire. If the call of this threshold reaches you, subscribe now and join a journey where each moment becomes a door to mastery and every ending holds the promise of a new beginning. In the silence before the storm, true power reveals itself. Shaolin monks sit in stillness long before their first movement, long before the clash of staffs or the flight of fists. Their bodies may be trained for action, but their minds are trained for pause. Every breath, every moment of quiet is a teacher whispering the path of clarity. Before combat, before any decision that carries weight, the monk does not rush. He sits, he observes, he listens to the subtle currents of thought, the hidden stirrings of the heart. In this sacred pause, distractions fall away, leaving only what truly matters. The world of impulse, of reaction, is set aside. What remains is purpose, sharp and undeniable. This is not idleness, this is readiness. In the stillness, the mind becomes a mirror, reflecting intentions without distortion. Emotions, fears, and doubt rise like clouds, only to dissolve under steady awareness. The Shaolin practice of meditation before action is a reminder that movement without insight is empty. Strength without presence is blind. Mindfulness becomes the compass. Each inhalation draws attention to the present. Each exhalation releases the weight of what no longer serves. Choices emerge not from habit or desire, but from alignment with the deeper self. What deserves energy? What is aligned with truth? What will serve not only now but the journey that follows? The lesson is simple, yet profound. To act with power, one must first sit with stillness. To strike with precision, the mind must be calm. To move in harmony with life's flow, the heart must be quiet. Only then does action become more than reaction, it becomes mastery. Only then does the moment, fleeting as it is, transform into an opportunity to step fully into who you are meant to be. Breath carries the invisible thread between body and spirit. In the quiet halls of Shaolin temples and the misty mountains of Taoist retreats, masters teach that every inhale and exhale is more than life. It is a current of energy flowing through the self. Conscious breathing is not merely survival, it is a ritual, a deliberate tuning of mind, body, and spirit before the turning of fate. Before a decisive strike, before a critical choice, the monk draws the breath deep, feeling it spiral into the center of the body. The mind, often scattered by fear or desire, settles into the rhythm of the lungs. The body, tense with anticipation, softens into readiness. Each breath anchors presence, drawing scattered thoughts into a single focused awareness. In this rhythm, clarity rises like dawn breaking through fog, and the chaos of the world can be met with calm precision. The Taoists call this flow qi, the vital energy that animates all life. Breath becomes the key to unlock it. Slow, measured inhalations draw qi inward, connecting to the deeper self. Controlled exhalations release what blocks, what distracts, what weighs heavy on the heart. This ancient practice is not ritual for ritual's sake. It is discipline, training the self to respond rather than react, to move from power grounded in the core instead of impulse. In moments where time feels compressed, when the threshold between choice and consequence narrows, breath becomes the anchor. One inhale centers the mind, one exhale releases hesitation. With each cycle, inner energy swells, a silent reservoir of strength ready to manifest when action is required. Through conscious breathing, the body, mind, and spirit align, and even the smallest movement carries the weight of mastery, turning ordinary action into a reflection of inner discipline and divine connection. Freedom does not arrive in chaos. True freedom is not the absence of rules, but the presence of mastery over oneself. In the Shaolin tradition, every day begins before sunrise. Every movement follows intention, and every moment is guided by ritual. This structured practice may appear rigid to the untrained eye, yet within its framework lies liberation, the ability to move through life without being pulled by distraction, desire, or fear. Discipline shapes the body, yes, but it also shapes the mind. When actions are repeated with purpose, they become extensions of will rather than impulses. A monk who rises early for meditation and training does not suffer under the schedule. The schedule grants him clarity. Each repeated action, each deliberate choice, forms a channel through which energy flows smoothly, without resistance. In that flow, the mind is free to observe, to respond, to act with precision. In modern life, the lesson remains profound. Urgency often breeds panic, yet those who cultivate discipline carry calm within the storm. Structured habits, waking at a set time, centering before decision, reflecting before speaking, become invisible scaffolds holding the self steady. Even under pressure, the disciplined mind moves with ease, making choices that honor long-term purpose rather than short-term impulse. Discipline, then, is not a cage. It is the wings that lift the soul. It creates the space where creativity, courage, and clarity emerge naturally. The paradox becomes clear. The more one submits to structured practice, the less one is enslaved by fleeting whims. Daily rituals, repeated with mindfulness, shape the path to mastery. In these patterns, even the most urgent moments become opportunities for grounded action, and the practitioner discovers that freedom is not the absence of limits, but the mastery of them. Within the quiet of night, shadows take shape, not of the world around, but of the self within. Fear, doubt, hesitation, and procrastination linger in hidden corners, unseen yet powerful. These shadows are not enemies to be destroyed, but truths to be met. In Shaolin practice, facing one's limits is not optional, it is essential. Every monk knows that mastery begins not with strength, but with honest confrontation of the mind's resistance. Before action, before transformation, shadows surface. The hour before midnight becomes a mirror, reflecting what has been avoided, what has been denied. Hesitation reveals itself in thought, inertia in emotion. The path of growth demands more than skill. It demands courage, the quiet, unwavering courage to step into discomfort, to meet the parts of oneself that resist change. Shaolin teachings offer a method: move toward the fear. Do not retreat. When the body is trained, the mind must follow. When the heart is disciplined, it can witness the shadows without judgment. This confrontation is not drama, it is clarity. The monk learns to breathe through tension, to remain present while the inner currents of doubt rise, and to act from a place of steady awareness rather than impulsive reaction. Shadow work is not a single moment, but a continual practice. Each hesitation faced, each fear examined, is a stone removed from the path to mastery. Midnight moments, fleeting yet potent, illuminate the areas where resistance hides. They offer a rare chance to see oneself fully, to engage the inner struggle with both compassion and firmness. The more these shadows are recognized and integrated, the more the practitioner moves with freedom, strength, and authenticity. The journey through darkness is not avoidance of the world. It is the mastery of oneself, the preparation for every decisive step that follows. Endings arrive quietly, yet with immense power. They are not failures, but invitations to release what no longer serves the journey. In the Shaolin tradition, letting go is an art, a deliberate practice that clears space for growth, clarity, and strength. A monk does not cling to past victories or grudges. He allows them to dissolve, understanding that attachment clouds perception and weighs the spirit. Mindfulness is the guide through this process. By observing thoughts and emotions without judgment, one learns to release without resistance. The mind often holds tightly to what is familiar, memories, habits, fears, mistaking them for security. Yet security lies not in accumulation, but in the ability to remain present while allowing the old to pass. Each exhale becomes a ritual of cleansing, a quiet act of liberation from mental and emotional clutter. Before a new beginning, this clearing is essential. The transition from one chapter to the next is not merely external, it is internal, subtle, and profound. The Shaolin approach is deliberate. Observe what weighs you, breathe through it, and let it go. This is not avoidance, nor suppression, but integration. A mindful release that leaves awareness open, focused, and light. In practical life, letting go shapes mastery. Emotional baggage, unresolved tension, and unproductive thought patterns can block decisive action. By releasing them, the mind becomes a still pond, reflecting clearly the path ahead. Every new choice, every intentional step, flows from a space unburdened by the past. The art of letting go is a discipline of both the heart and the mind, a practice that cultivates resilience, clarity, and freedom. In its quiet power, endings transform into beginnings, and the soul learns the strength of surrender, the wisdom of release, and the elegance of moving forward with presence and purpose. Every action carries energy, but not all energy is equal. When guided by intention, even the smallest act can ripple outward, shaping reality in ways unseen. In Shaolin practice, the mind and body are trained together to act with precision and purpose. Each movement, each breath is directed by awareness. This discipline transforms ordinary gestures into expressions of mastery and ordinary choices into opportunities for profound change. Before a symbolic threshold such as the moment before midnight, planting seeds of intention becomes particularly powerful. The mind is attentive, the heart alert, and the world feels charged with possibility. Intentional action in this space amplifies results, like a stone dropped into still water, sending waves across the surface. This is the wisdom the monks have long known. Clarity of purpose before decisive action strengthens the path ahead. Practical practices support this process. Journaling intentions allows the mind to clarify what matters most, turning fleeting thoughts into concrete commitments. Repeating affirmations aligns inner belief with outer action, creating a rhythm between thought, word, and deed. Meditation on goals cultivates focus, rooting ambitions deep in awareness so that the body and mind move in harmony when opportunity arrives. These practices are not mere ritual, they are tools for mastery. Each intentional seed nurtured in stillness grows into decisive action when the moment demands it. The discipline to plant with care, to focus the mind, and to act with awareness transforms potential into reality. By cultivating purpose before the cutoff, clarity guides action, energy is concentrated, and the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Intentionality turns fleeting time into lasting impact, teaching that mastery begins not at the moment of action, but in the mindful preparation that precedes it. The world often mistakes speed for achievement, but true mastery moves differently. In the Shaolin tradition, skill is born not from frantic action, but from complete immersion in the present. Each motion, each decision, each breath is attended to fully, without distraction or hurry. Performance becomes a byproduct of presence, not its goal. In training halls and quiet temples, monks practice forms slowly, deliberately, sometimes for hours. Every stance, every strike, every step is examined and refined. The outward motion may appear simple, even gentle, yet it carries the weight of total attention. The mind is not elsewhere. It does not leap ahead. It rests entirely in the now. Through this disciplined focus, strength, precision, and insight emerge naturally, without force or rush. The countdown before midnight offers a similar lesson. Time feels urgent, pressure rises, and the instinct may be to act quickly, to race toward change. Yet the quality of presence matters far more than speed. A single decision made with full awareness carries greater impact than countless hurried choices. The still mind, steady heart, and deliberate action are the true marks of mastery. This principle extends beyond combat or ritual. It touches every aspect of life. Meetings, conversations, creative endeavors, even personal reflection, all deepen when approached with total presence. The world may push for haste, but the inner path values attentiveness. By inhabiting each moment fully, the practitioner aligns with flow, clarity, and strength. Presence over performance is a quiet power, subtle but transformative. It teaches that rushing dilutes effectiveness, while mindful attention magnifies it. In these final moments before a threshold, cultivating awareness is the ultimate preparation. It is the difference between scattered effort and meaningful action, between mere survival and mastery expressed in every intentional conscious step. True power flows when body, mind, and spirit move as one. In Shaolin practice, action without alignment is hollow, a strike without purpose, a movement without meaning. The body may be strong, the mind alert, yet without inner harmony, the effort dissipates. Mastery arises when every part of the self is attuned, each layer resonating with the same intention. Mindfulness is the thread that binds this alignment. It allows the practitioner to observe impulses, discern distractions, and choose actions that honor deeper principles. The monk pauses before each movement, listening not only to the body but to the currents of thought and the quiet whisper of intuition. Every choice is weighed. Does it reflect discipline? Does it reflect integrity? Does it serve the path toward growth rather than momentary desire? In daily life, this integration becomes a guiding principle. Decisions, whether small or monumental, are most powerful when they emerge from alignment rather than reaction. By asking, does this action serve my highest self? The mind cultivates clarity and the heart maintains steadiness. Thoughts, emotions, and movements synchronize, creating a ripple of effect that extends far beyond the moment. The wisdom of alignment is subtle yet profound. When body, mind, and spirit act together, energy is concentrated, intention is clear, and results flow naturally. This is the essence of Shaolin mastery, not force but harmony, not speed but precision, not mere movement but meaningful action. Through conscious integration, every step, every breath, every decision becomes an expression of the whole self, guiding the practitioner steadily through thresholds, transitions, and challenges. In this harmony, the path forward is illuminated, and action transforms into an art that reflects both discipline and the quiet strength of inner mastery. At the edge of night, as the clock nears 11:59, hesitation fades and choice demands presence. This is the moment where preparation meets opportunity, where stillness and intention converge into action. Courage is not loud or reckless. It is disciplined, measured, and grounded in clarity. The Shaolin masters understood that true mastery is revealed not in theory, but in the decisive step taken at the right moment. Every monk trains for years to act with precision, yet years of meditation, movement, and reflection culminate in the instant when courage must be embodied. The mind is steady, the body poised, the spirit aligned. Action flows naturally from preparation, yet it requires willingness to move despite uncertainty. This is the quiet bravery of mastery, choosing to engage fully, even when the outcome is unknown, knowing that presence and integrity guide every step. Small, intentional steps often carry greater power than grand gestures. A single aligned movement born of clarity and purpose can redirect the course of events, shift perception, and open doors previously unseen. The discipline cultivated in practice through breath, mindfulness, shadow work, and integration finds its expression here, transforming intention into reality. Crossing the threshold is not a one-time event. It is the culmination of inner work, the embodiment of lessons learned through patience, discipline, and reflection. It teaches that decisive action does not emerge from impulse, but from a life committed to mastery of self. In these final moments before a cutoff, courage is both quiet and potent. It is the heartbeat of transformation, the bridge between preparation and manifestation, the affirmation that when mind, body, and spirit move together, even the smallest step can echo with profound consequence. The countdown is more than numbers ticking toward midnight. It is a call, a symbolic awakening, reminding us that each ending carries the seed of transformation. Mastery is not a single skill, but a harmony of presence, discipline, conscious breath, awareness of shadows, intentional action, and quiet courage. By embracing endings and thresholds with mindfulness, it becomes possible to move through life with clarity and purpose. Every pause, every reflection, every deliberate step opens a doorway to growth. The moments that feel urgent are often the very ones that teach us to act from alignment rather than impulse, to let go of what no longer serves, and to plant intentions that shape the future. Take these lessons into daily life. Observe your thoughts, breathe with intention, confront resistance with courage, and act from a place of inner harmony. Small, mindful actions ripple outward, creating change far beyond what is immediately visible. As you walk this path, remember that transformation is found in the rhythm of practice, in the stillness before movement, and in the courage to step forward when the time comes. Each day offers a new threshold, each moment an opportunity to express mastery in thought, word, and action. If this message resonates, join our journey of inner mastery and awakening. Like and subscribe to Shaolin Soulfire, and allow these teachings to guide your steps, your choices, and your life toward clarity, presence, and profound transformation.